Hey guys, thought I would do a pick a deck for you. Not even sure what's going to be coming out here, so just going to introduce the decks, see what you think. So I'm going to raise each deck up. There are 4. So just think about right now the numbers 1 through 4. Maybe pick out which deck that way. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Then I'll also show you the decks and you can feel into a yes or no with each deck as well. Deck number 1, Radiant Rider Waite. Is this a yes or a no? Deck number 2, I forget the name of, but this is deck number 2, yes or no? Deck number 3, yes or no? And deck number 4, yes or no? All right, let's get this out of the way. All right, deck number 1. Deck number 1. Oh, I feel like it's going to be a message from the masculines, from your masculines. But we'll see. There might be other stuff that comes through. Ooh. What? All right. The fairy's been helping him. That's funny. And they're like, yes. Okay, so let me feel this out for a minute before I start explaining. Interesting. Wow. Okay. What? This is wow. Okay. So I feel like you may be in the public eye somehow, feminine. Like you might have your own channel, or you may have your own Instagram, or you're in the public light, and you are sharing information that is helpful to everybody, and sharing some of that with your masculine, just even energetically. And you may have been sending him personal messages and or messages through your videos, and or you just having your videos up and him watching you has given him some huge insights, perspective shifts, and changes about even how he sees himself as better than other people, and or the other way around. It's like he's really just feeling like he has a better perspective on where he stands in this world, and a better perspective on, it's like whatever you've been giving to him and giving to him and giving to him has given him a new lease on life. In a way, it's given him a perspective of freedom. It's given him a perspective of, like, he really thinks that you are this radiant, incredible person. He was putting up on a pedestal even and seeing himself as beneath for maybe the first time ever, because he's always been the one on top. But for once, he feels like, wow, somebody's actually above me in a way. And he's thought, wow, she's everything I've ever wanted in a woman and then some. And he's even possibly thinking of having a child with you. He wants to come out of ignoring this gift from God that's been given to him. And he wants to get married and have a new beginning and have a brand new clean slate where he can kind of practice being the real him. He knows you guys can be really happy and fulfilled together. And he just wants to commit to you, whichever way that looks like. He's not been talking to you. but he wants to overcome that, and he wants to have some communication open up for you guys. He wants you guys to start getting to know each other, and he wants to start from that fresh place of having a whole new beginning open up where he can just be totally himself for maybe the first time ever since maybe, I don't know, school days. And even then he didn't even know who he was, so he couldn't have even really been himself. Now he feels now like he has a lot to offer. He feels like he knows he has a lot to offer as a person. He knows he's a pretty outstanding person now, but not in the way that it was. Not the way that it was. Not the way that it's like people put him up on a pedestal. He's really good looking. You know, he could have his pick of people and all of that. But now he's starting to put a lot more weight on his heart, which he's always had, that really, really good heart within him that had compassion and that made more moral decisions, like made more like compassionate and kind decisions than even he knew that other people were not making. Like he would look at other guys who were in a similar position to himself, and he would see that they really didn't have the disposition, the compassion, and the kindness and caring that he did. So he's known he had a kind heart, but he also kind of felt weak as a result of that, and he kind of let people kind of push him around sometimes or take advantage of him. But now he's starting to put a lot more, he's starting to realize just what a beautiful person he is. He's starting to really love himself, and he's starting to feel like, I finally found somebody that I could be that with. Somebody that I could just open up and be a kid with again. It's really a beautiful energy, and I'm so happy for this masculine coming to this conclusion. And he doesn't want those kind of people in his life anymore. He had surrounded himself with fake people before. He doesn't want that anymore. He wants, I keep just getting genuine and sincere, and people who would be willing to stick their neck out for each other to do the right thing, to truly do the right thing. So feel like there's a little defensiveness to him still. I mean, it's just this living by his heart, living by his intuition is rather new to him in a sense, because he's always kind of had to hide that part of him, and now it's like that part of him is in the forefront and the other stuff is going to the back, shifting to the back. So some of the stuff he feels a little bit guarded about, he might feel a bit defensive about, but just because he's not quite sure how to deal with his emotions now. He's allowing the emotions to all come up, which is awesome and very healing for him, but it's like he's still unsure how to sort them out. He hasn't really got them under wraps yet, or he hasn't gotten to where things don't affect him. Let's just say that they still affect him, and you can see it, and that puts him in a vulnerable feeling. But he's learning, and he's willing, and he wants to grow. Wow. And this is even from the other deck. I just felt like grabbing it, but it's the Knight of Swords. So he wants to rush in and talk to you and speak his truth to you and tell you that you inspired him to be himself. Isn't that incredible? You've somehow inspired him to be radiant like the true star he is. Wow. All right, so let me say a blessing for this masculine and see if anything else wants to come through. He also has had the worry that if he is truly himself, he's not going to make money anymore. You've helped him with that too, though. I mean, he's seen you really prosper and do well. living from your heart space. So he's like, maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. Maybe we could even do something together, to where, you know, you guys could still attract the money that you need. And, you know, it's funny when you get rewarded for doing something. It's like the associations that we make sometimes are kind of funny. You know, if you're, you know, if you have been, you know, you might have associated making a lot of money with being fake or something like that, because you were making a lot of money being fake. But that doesn't mean that being fake made the money. It just so happened that you know, it's like the two may not be at all related. It may have been your talent. It may have been your heart that you were hiding all that time. It may have been, and people could see it all over your sweet little face. They could see right through it. Or it could be that you were meant to be in that position and have all that money for a reason, so that you could come to this very conclusion. It doesn't mean that now that you've switched such a major thing that now you're not going to make all that money. It's just not true. So watch your beliefs. You know, this masculine needs to watch his beliefs, because it's just not true. It's just not true. And he'll see that. In fact, when you align with your passion and your purpose, like this, like you, feminine, have shown him, then, you know, you'll prove it. You'll prove it to him. Hamashikin sa se hela na tela. Hipina po mamamaina. It just feels like he just needs to like take some pressure off of himself. He's pushed himself way too hard in life, and it's kind of time that he almost be put out to pasture. Like he needs to chill. He just needs to just wind down and settle into a new life with you. So, you know, success starts to look different too. Success becomes like, you may not care about the material stuff as much anymore. You may have plenty of it, but let's just say you had 4 million and now you'll have 2 million. Before you had 8 vehicles, now you'll have 2, but did you really need the 8 in the first place? You know, it's not that you were even going to lose money. It's that certain things will have shifted because you're living from that heart space. Certain things will have shifted that just aren't needed anymore. And in fact, with the 2 cars and the 2 million rather than the 4, you're way happier because you're living from the heart and you're connecting with somebody in that intimate way right from the heart as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't like where this masculine was thinking that one thing made him happy. It's just not true anymore. How beautiful. How beautiful. All right. So, deck number 2. What is the message about deck number 2, or from masculine number 2? Let's find out more about masculine number 2. All 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. The first 3 of these masculines are watching my channel. 4th one isn't. One. Apparently that one too. Okay. Wow, this masculine wants to apologize. He wants to talk to you and share some heartfelt expression. He's starting to love himself as well. He's starting to become more grounded and mature, spends time in nature, just taking it all in. He said he's letting it wash all over him. What is it? What do you mean it? God source energy. Like he's feeling the energy of the universe just course through his veins, and he's feeling more powerful, and he's feeling more capable, and he's feeling more receptive. He also is trying to match his feminine's energy because he feels she is this way. She's magnificent, he just said. And he is really wanting to manifest victory and success that he can flaunt to everybody in his life. He wants to stay hidden for now. It's almost like he wants to stay hidden and put her in the spotlight for a moment. And he wants to be the one pulling the strings. He wants to push her out there on stage, and he wants to be backstage pulling the strings, making it happen. And just like being the space for her, just supporting her from behind the scenes. He's wanting to practice wisdom. He's matured a lot. I want to see what he used to be like. I just want to check this out for a minute. He was kind of hiding in the shadows. He feels a bit like he never wanted to be in the spotlight. It's very much like this picture. He was just kind of like had his hoodie on and was just trying not to be seen. But when he met you, feminines, he was like, she needs to be the one out in the spotlight. Because she's magnificent. And she needs to be like raised up for the world to see. It kind of has the feel to like, God, I'm trying to think of, I don't think it's Superman. It's kind of like Superman. You know, it's like Clark Kent working in the office with you, seeing all this potential you had, really believing in you and loving you and not telling you, just kind of staying hidden and shy and like kind of a almost like a nerdy energy or like a Rent kind of energy. But then he's like ready to become Superman at just the right moment and exalt you. I just got the word exalt. So you've had your little hidden Superman. You've had your little hidden Superman that now wants to, I just saw him like flying through the sky with you and holding you up like this, like that moment in Titanic or whatever. So interesting. He wants to apologize. Why do you want to apologize? For staying hidden and kind of staying nerdy and hidden in the background for a bit. Kind of just hiding out from you. He says sometimes he's felt unworthy of the attention that he's received. But when he met you, he was just like, she was born for this. Hala o mama maina. Hashakitse inate lakiri inate. Hamakoshi. Wow, he really loves you so much. Oh my gosh. He's just like all these grand words and stuff. And now I just saw him like, you guys are going to get married and he's going to roll out the red carpet. Like you're going to walk down the aisle on a red carpet. This has a Cinderella feel to it. Holy cow. It's like he just really, and he feels protective of you. He feels like he knows some stuff that's happened from your past and he wants to like go beat those people up. Or anybody who's I can't even tell you. It's just like my heart is just welling with this like, oh my God, I love her so much. And she has no idea how special she is. I can tell. She has no idea how amazing she is. He wants you to be treated so special that you'll never think bad of yourself again, that you will never, like, you will know how amazing you are. He is going to like spend the rest of his years making you feel like the most special person on the planet. Wow. Wow. He has not been there for you in times when you have needed it. And he feels terrible, terrible, terrible. But he was in that little, he was, I just saw, he was like maybe in a relationship where he was, I just see like a woman, when he was being Clark Kent at his desk, like a woman, and maybe she was working with him, I don't know, but she was like hitting him with this wet noodle. Man, take that, man, take that. And he's like, so I was like, and he was still kind of looking at you across the way, looking at you across the way. Poor guy. But he's broken free of that. He's broken free of that in every way, emotionally, mentally, in every single way, shape, and form. And he was shaking his head at that limp noodle person. And like you don't even have a clue what it takes to be a star. You're not this. You're definitely not this. So he was comparing you and he was shaking his head at her. Makena sela she hena tela ela mama kena. Wow, get ready. You're not going to feel worthy of it. It's going to hit you like a freight train. You're going to be pretty shocked. Just be ready. Be ready to be showered. This man adores you. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. So I just got increased support in every way, shape, and form. Like you're going to feel like, I don't know, Superman. Superman's going to come into your life and just be, he's grabbing the sword from the stone. He's taken the lead in the situation and he is going to wave a magic wand over your life. I really don't like to say things to you guys to get your hopes up, but I gotta say what comes out. And oh my gosh, like I don't even know what to say right now. Like this is just what I'm getting. We're moving on to deck number 3. You better be just look what. Let me go back. What can the feminines who belong to deck number 2, those masculines, like what can that feminine do to prepare? Simplify your life, get rid of some things, love yourself enough to see yourself as a magnificent goddess, because if you don't match his energy, you'll try to push him away. So you better start thinking more highly of yourself. If you don't think you are the shit, you better start thinking you are, because otherwise you're going to feel unworthy of him and you'll push him away. But I don't think he'll let you push him away. Let's just say that. He's not going to put up with that anyway. So, but it'll be easier on both of you if you can just start really. I don't mean obviously you're not going to take it that way where you're like a biatch about it. Don't be a biatch. I'm just talking about like you better know your worth. You better know that you're a pretty darn special person, because this person, this man or woman, I suppose, does not lightly. He doesn't take it lightly that he sees you this way. It's like he's kind of mind blown by himself because he's never been like this about somebody ever. Like he doesn't just run around doing this. He doesn't run around thinking these types of thoughts about someone. He's seriously like never met anybody like you. And he is just absolutely blown away by your magnificence. So you just better just, I don't know, I'm just saying, try to match what he sees in you. Try to see yourself as pretty darn special because you're gonna get showered. Okay, deck number three. Tell me about the masculine from deck number 3. What message does he have? I just saw a motorcycle and a bird, so apparently he wants to talk to you. Bottom of the deck, the 6 of Wands, again, same card as that, like kind of that woman up on stage. This kind of makes me think of, you know, those romantic comedies where she becomes like a princess and she goes out in the streets and she's giving flowers and things away to children, doing kind things like, I don't know, like Megan. The Magician, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, and the Fool. So he's trying to manifest his dreams come true. And his dreams come true involve you. Could be kids, dog, cat, house, new location. He's been actually using the law of attraction to attract this into his life. He wants to go from ignoring you to celebrating you and having this new beginning. Where did that 6 of Wands go? There it is. So let me just feel into this. 9 of Cups, you are his wish fulfillment. Oh, he wants to sneak up on you. He's going to try to sneak up on you. He feels like you're already in this energy. He feels like you're super successful, that you've got it all, that you're out there going, oh yes, thank you. And that you're meditating and that you've got all of this wonderful stuff collected behind you and the little kittens playing around you. And it's just like that you're in this, you've been in this in your own magnificence, doing your yoga poses or your meditations or whatnot. And check it out, she's got one eye open, right? So she's had her eye on her masculine and he knows that, but she's been focusing on her own centeredness and balance in her life. And he's ready now to partner with her. You know, he's ready to hold her hand around the fire, maybe a campfire. He's a witch too. He's like admitting he's a witch like she is. They're both witches. So are the cats. Look at the cats are all getting together too. With the little heart of their tails. They see, this is like a perfectly balanced picture of like the perfect couples coming together. He's just trying to figure out the best way to create that bright future, the star. So he's just trying to select which cup has the most love in it and to even make her feel like a star. So let's talk to this guy. Keeping in mind he wants to come in like a thief in the night. He wants to sneak up on her. And she's like, you're not going to sneak up on me. I'm going to see you. I got my one eye open at all times. I may look like I'm just chilling over here doing my yoga pose, but I'm going to see you. I'm not going to miss this. And he's just like, I am so stealthy. You will not see me coming. I will be tiptoeing. I will be wearing something totally different than you would imagine. I am going to have my disguise. And she's like, well, then I will listen to my third eye. I will let my intuition say that you are here. Tell me that you are here. And like another campfire. He's coming out of this hermit mode. He went inside for his truth. Oh yeah, I just said that, and the high priestess is next. Like, He knows his truth. He went inside and found out his inner knowingness involved you, and it set him on fire and made him really, really want that. So he was ignoring you, and now he wants to sneak up on you. He's making that decision because he feels like you guys are a power couple, that you guys would make a real big difference, maybe in the lives of either or both of your children. He wants a clean slate. He wants to start all over again. Kind of wants to act like the past didn't happen. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Knight of Swords from the other deck again. Wants to rush in and speak his truth. He was letting everybody and everything down when he was ignoring that cup. Look how sad the guy is that he's offering the cup. He's like, but this is your cup, sir. And he's just like, I am struggling right now. I am concentrating on these other cups, on the misery, on the trappedness, and on the prison. And he's like, but this cup, it offers freedom. It offers happiness, everything you've ever wanted. And he's just like, I'm concentrating on my misery right now. But now he's not doing that. Now he's actually like, well, which cup do I want? You know, it is, I do want that cup of love. Now, which one did you say that was? And now that little boy that was so like all bummed out has turned into a woman who's like, yes, yes, my dear, you finally come. Here, there's the one with the heart. And he's like taking it because he's been using the law of attraction to be in a high vibration, to have that victory of that new beginning with you and that clean slate. Something about like you know how the witch offered, I think, was it Snow White? I don't remember all the different stories and names of them, but like somebody like bit the apple and fell asleep, right? So she couldn't be with her prince. Sleeping Beauty, I guess. So he's kind of felt like I need to go kiss her so she knows I'm her prince. You may have seen frogs lately, or be seeing lots of frogs or something. For some reason, he feels like you're not going to believe it until you see it in your face. Like you're not going to believe it until he kisses you on your lips. So, yeah, he just wants a passionate new start. Emphasis on the word passion. A passionate new start, like a volcano. It's like he wants to come in strong, sexually strong, and he wants to like sneak up on you. Yeah, I just like he's parting the crowd, making his way to you and kissing you smack on the lips like the minute he sees you. Interesting. And why would he be parting a crowd? Shima mama ina ke esa sese na te lepuna na ke laposh sesena. It's possible that maybe he approaches you somewhere where he knows that there are a lot of people collected. Protest? I don't know. It's like he wanted to he wanted to like not be noticed, and or maybe he caused a distraction. Maybe that was part of his disguise. Huh. Interesting. You guys have to tell me when this happens. Didn't I start with a motorcycle? Something about a motorcycle too? That just popped in my head again. His motorcycle is his broom. His broom is his motorcycle. Because remember, he's a witch. He's like acknowledging that he's a witch now. Where did that go? That wasn't the other deck, was it? Oh, he's a witch. So, Interesting. A good witch, he said. I'm a good witch. It just feels like could be a little bit rough in coming together, but man, once you guys break through the little rough patch, it's like smooth sailing, just totally smooth. Smooth, easy, wonderful. Is there advice for these guys? It's time to play. Keep it playful, you guys, when you guys come together with the wonky energy of the difficult stuff you'll go through. Just keep it playful. That's the key, is to be able to laugh at everything, right? Helps you keep things in perspective and helps you relax, you know? All right. Divine Masculine number 4, Tara Mucha. Divine Masculine number 4. What about him? Divine Masculine number 4. What were you like in the past? I feel like he felt a little insecure. He's looking at his feet. Maybe shy and insecure. Jeez. I don't know. Feels like I should use all of these. So I guess I will. He didn't feel worthy for some odd reason. Yeah, he's had to go inside for his inner worth. Maybe he got involved in a third party, but he got away from her or him. And it was to hold on to you because he felt he was husband material with you. He felt like I can be grounded and mature enough to be her husband. The third party actually helped him realize his worth because she treated him so bad. Made him emotionally mature and made him kind of grow up and realize that he does have the Midas touch and he can create anything he darn well pleases. He just had to get away from his worries and fears and anxieties and feeling not enough and his insecurities in order to embrace his dreams come true with you. You were like his ultimate destination. He's ended the chapter of his life that he was in, and he's going to begin a more authentic one with you. He's going to heal things with you. He's going to make things up to you. He's actually feeling grateful for the third party because it was exactly what he needed to become the man that he is today for you. So he said, please don't hold it against me that I was with that person because it really was the best thing for everybody involved. He said that she even learned something because she knew that she was also mismatched with him and she was trying to squeeze, the square peg into a round hole. And now she's feeling optimistic that she could find somebody better suited for her as well. They may be being friends. They may actually be parting ways amicably. Not that he wants to stay friends with her, but more that they have really grown and learned a lot. If they have kids, they probably are staying friends just for that. But he said not chummy buddy friends, just amicable. Amake sa sen sa ela mamaina. Shiki uso som se ena tequila he esai. Apoma mama kena te insasina. Something about how he's visualized a lot like your lives together. I feel like maybe breakfast in bed, like he wants to spoil you. He wants to treat you really, really well. He's a really good person. He feels like you doubt that. But he said that the fact that he even kind of ignored you while he was with the third party, he was trying to show you that he is a faithful person, that he's not you're not some mistress that he was having an emotional affair with. he really practiced good boundaries to kind of prove to you that when he's with someone, he's with that person. Even though he knew he was with the wrong person, and he knew that, he still felt like he had to honor that. Now, what would have been even better, though, is if he would have told you that, you know? But that in itself would have been bad, too. Because then it would have opened up a whole new can of worms. Like, well, then why are you with her? Well, then, why don't you blah, 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 blah. And it would have started a whole new Pandora's box that he didn't want to open. So he just wants you to see that the fact that he had strong boundaries with you and maybe ghosted you or whatever, that was to show you something, that he doesn't see you as some kind of a mistress or a temporary situation. He really does actually want to have a life with you. And he wants to give back to you. He wants to be your strength. He wants to be there for you. He wants to provide for you. He's turned that wheel of fortune. He feels like you guys will have better luck, and he doesn't want you sitting around like this anymore. He wants to, he's throwing those insecurities away, because he knows where it got him was not a very good place, but he's getting his power back, and he's had the strength to turn that wheel now, or is turning it soon. It's like I just saw him like walking up to that woman. I don't know where that went now. He walked up to that woman who was kind of slumped over the wheel, and he just walked right up to her, like almost like Rapunzel. All these fairy tales. So he went up there, and she was almost like didn't even notice him walking up, because she's so like bored waiting for him. And he went and like grabbed her hand, and kind of like, no one's gonna put baby in the corner kind of thing. Like, so he grabs her hand. Can you tell that I've watched a lot of romantic movies? And they're all like running together, but that's why I do this for a living. Because I've just been fascinated with this whole subject. But he's like, just grabbing her hand and taking her out of there, just like Dirty Dancing in that scene. So don't you worry, feminines, if this is you. Oh, it's gonna balance out and go forward. That's the Chariot. Yeah. He's turned that weakling kind of energy, kind of like the cowardly energy. And he's not that. He wasn't that cowardly. He was just more. He's not even coming from that standpoint of I deserve this punishment. He's not that. It's more like he really didn't think it was possible, actually. I don't think he really thought it was possible to be with you. If he would have just, I don't know, if he would have even made a different choice. I feel like he just feels pretty good about how it all went, and that it was meant to be. He feels really clear right now. I feel like the Ace of Swords is here. He will have victory. He will have victory with you, and you are the one he wants to be with. But he also has made peace with the fact that everything went exactly as it was supposed to. So good for him. I'm glad. Yeah, he's overcome. He's overcome all of that. And he's going to finally reciprocate and share those feelings with you. He's going to stand up and fight for you. He just feels so much stronger. It just feels like he just went from, it just feels like he's matured. Really. It just feels like he's gone from a boy to a man. And I was going to come take your hand. So it was pretty awesome. And I think he means hand in marriage even. So congratulations. All right. So, well, they're saying grab a card from over here for you guys. Life lessons. Yeah. See, you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessings they contain. And he did that. And he grew to like embrace it. He knows it was part of his divine life purpose to do all that he did. He's been trusting the signs and the guidance, and he knows that it's leading to him to fulfillment, which is you. So, yay. And I just saw in my mind's eye the new love card from the romance deck. There's so much passion here. He is ready to come take his prize. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. If you're wanting more information about my show on TuneIn Radio, how to order a personal reading, or other goings-on, you can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.